That's it. All right, and we live. Lighting is bad and all that. All right, morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up. Shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees, and the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers. Round town as I try to fix my camera and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to every single clean hearted, good hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're a good person. Shout out to you. Listen up. We on the road, we off the road, we back in the place for a short stop. And I figured I could not go without doing morning thoughts this morning. So while the crowd built up in here this morning, let me go ahead and adjust some things. This is one thing, man. When you're moving around, you have to move around with a lot. I have to move around with these speakers and these two computers and the lighting, and then I have to hurry up and set them up really quickly. All right, that's much better. I gotta hurry up and set them up really quickly, and all these kind of things, pull them down and run, and all these kind of things. So here we are this morning. All right, on a morning thoughts live with you. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. We have a couple of topics to talk about this morning. We should have a festive morning. I encourage you calling in this morning if you want to call in, because the question of the morning is, should lyrics from songs be used against artists who glorify gang life, violence, and all these things? If a man a tell you say him had it done for around this up and him into contract killing and him murder people for fun, or if he's telling you that he is a blood member or a crip member and he don't speak about murders on record, but he know about a lot of them, and he called the shots and put $10,000 on somebody's head and now they're gone, and all these things. Should those lyrics be used in a court of law against these artists? That's the big question for the morning. Besides that, we have a whole lot of other things to talk about this morning. Let's see. My little lead sheet. People, I've been on the road and I'm tired enough. I drove to I just got back from Georgia and I was tired as ever. And here I am, getting it together. It's Friday. All right. I couldn't not come talk to you, and I'm here. I just stopped by the house though to catch a little rest because we are past the house and we're heading south now. So we're gonna be down in Miami for the next 4 days. All right. 5 days, the next 5 days on the road, the next 4 days in Miami and Fort Lauderdale and these kind of places and wherever else. Around that. So you already know it goes about to get festive. Jamaica YouTube TV said, me karate, George, me wake up for use the bathroom. mm. Big up yourself, bro. What go on? All right. So, yes, today is Friday and I didn't say it. It's a Friday. Let me make sure. Charas Tafari. You see, wifey, I asked her this morning, you know. Because sometimes you have to ask your wife what day of the week it is. So I asked her this morning and she said it was Friday. Yes, babe, a Friday. I said, you sure? She said, yes, babe, a Friday and a Thursday. Did I come on and say it yet? Because I was about to. It's the freaking weekend, baby! Clap it up. Yeah, you made it through another week. Somebody say a Thursday, SouFLo. Hello, Friday. Wickedness increase. No sleep for the wicked, they say. Yeah, yellow man. Just thankful to be alive. Nothing is perfect this morning, people. As you see me fidgeting around, I'm trying to make like the lighting better and all this stuff. Nothing perfect this morning. But there though. All right. And you can't hear me though. So let's work with what we have. See? And let's keep it festive. More here for this morning. I'm going to put the call-in number up because it's always more festive when people call in. I like to hear people's opinion. It's 1-806-587-8953. And I'll make sure I never give out like my bank account, PIN number, or anything like that. Me frazzled. 1-806-587-8953. call in, use WhatsApp if you can. It's free, or you can call direct if you are in the killer states. Miracle, I almost typing. If you are in the USA, no, not funny at all. I said the killer states because, boy, I don't know if y'all saw that school massacre recently. The youth kill off 21 people, 22 people, 17 of which were children, 17 of which were third and fourth graders. And that's why I said the killer state. And I was trying to make it a joke, but it really not funny. 21 then. 19 are children, 2 adults, right? Fallon Carrington says you owe it to yourself to rest and keep well. Yes, indeed, and I am, and I owe it to myself too. I got my teeth them bleach. I've been bleaching my teeth. I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. I owe it to myself to have some fun too, and I'm about to go have some fun. I'm about to turn up. I'm about to act like I had no sense for a couple of days and then get back to normal life. I tell people all the time, I'm not one of those people that only lean like, you know what I say, one way. I'm all stiff and rigid and all that. I believe in enjoying life, and I'm about to go enjoy life a little bit, attend a couple of events and all these things. You know what I say? Me and the wife, I go, turn up. So my kids would say, Dad, turn up is so 2018. Like nobody even says turn up anymore. I don't know what them I said nowadays. I'm still saying turn up. Yeah. Let me take this label off this back of bottle. I mean, I'm promote nobody water unless then them appeal. All right, here we go. I think it's called lit. No, don't say lit. Don't. You're getting old. Don't say lit. Lit is about 2016, right? Turn up came before lit or after lit. Either way, the one of them, anything we say, they're gonna say is old. So it doesn't matter. Just just talk to the people that were in your age group. You will be all right. All right. And talk to people who are older than you. They'll think you're very young, and you'll be all right. Stop trying to talk to them young people, because when you do, you'll hear how old you is. Liddy is old too. I remember that from way God knows when. About 2016, they were saying lit and Liddy. So let's not say any of those today. Yeah, that's why I'm just going on my patois. It turn up till it buck, can't done. Yeah, festive, all them something there. No, I'm chatting on. If you're under a certain age, don't talk to me. I'll tell me about me old. Oh my God, we used that in 2013. You still using that? You know, that shows your age because you just said, shut up. Shut up. I'm not putting no. Sometimes you want to be like, shut up. Wappy. King Big says, Wappy. Oh, what that? Oh my God. Look, I just did my ancestry DNA and found out that my father's side, I was full West Indian from Guyana, Mrs. Nia. Oh, oh, that's butter. Oh my God, you went. Kataja Empress says butter. You went back into the 90s. Like, you went way back into the 90s. That's like what, 97? 96? That's like about 96, 97. Butter. Matter of fact, that's probably older than that. Not butter. Jane Anders. Jane Anders says not butter. Remember that movie where dude was in the kitchen, ended up a baby boy? And he was in the kitchen, mommy's boyfriend was in the kitchen, butt naked, right? Big prison body man in that kitchen, butt naked, cooking breakfast for mommy. After I'm done, beat it up in there, shake cheeks like this. And Tyrese walked in, and Tyrese was like, oh my God, whatever. And he started talking about guns and butter. Yeah, guns and butter. Yo, butter is like from the 80s, probably. You know about the 90s. Not sure? Butter and guns. King Big. Butter and guns. That's what it's about, youngin. Butter and guns. Guns and butter. Mm-hmm. No old people in America. What is your family name from Guyana? Let me see. Morning blessings, everyone. Athea Jones is in the building. We're gonna shout out some people this morning. So on the board this morning, right? Listen to this. Listen to this. Two prominent rappers, very big. They were at Met Gala and all this other stuff. Them top the charts how many times. They've sold millions of records. They're huge. Young Thug, you might not know him if you're old. And Gunna, you might not know him if you're really old, right? So come in. I'm the bridge. I'm the bridge. Come on over. Young Thug and Gunna, these two very successful young men, they are now imprisoned and are being held until their trial. They've been denied bail. They're being hit with Rico charges. Rico charges, right? YSL. They've been hit with Rico charges. Okay, King Bigs, you ain't that old, right? Or you keep up to date with young people stuff like me. They've been they've been indicted. They've been arrested. They're locked up. Here's the thing: they go to court. And I'm going to read something to you about them because they've been accused of a lot of stuff. They go to court and their lyrics in their songs are being used against them in court. Now get this. I'm asking this morning, do you think that the lyrics should be used from any artist who glorifies certain things in their music? And the reason why I'm asking is because this goes all the way across the board. My Jamaican artists then we talk about make man Maro fly upon wall and picture over there so and give Maro a passport and a visa, send it off and these kind of things. I'm wondering if those lyrics could hold up in a court of law. Right? Now the lyrics from Gunna and Young Thug, these lyrics aren't used to make the case. They have other evidence that already made the case. They're using the lyrics to bolster the case, right? There's a difference. They're not being prosecuted because of the lyrics. They're just using the lyrics to show something else. Morning, you're live on the air with SouFLo.
Oh, so big up yourself on
Big up yourself, fam. What go on?
the bear man. This a long time. This video hustle.
See?
Don't know.
Oh,
Don't know. 100%. I'm back at World.
See? Oh
Yo,
yeah.
so
Oh yeah, break up so. You have a speaker or something
no,
on the
that's my
Bluetooth.
head. What you can hear me?
No, I can't hear you too good. You're going like in and out. Break up, break up.
You can hear me now?
Yes.
All right. So this has been an issue with a lot of rappers over the years, where Jay-Z did a thing in New York where he said, "Yo, you can't be using rap lyrics against these guys in court."
Mm-hmm.
And I think they passed a law where they said, "All right, they can't do that." But I think it's BS because hip hop has had violent lyrics from since the '70s till now. So I just think it's like a scapegoat they use it against these guys. Now, Young Thug,
Mm-hmm.
I've seen videos where Young Thug threw up gang signs too,
Mm-hmm. And that
right?
they're using the videos and the lyrics.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
With the video part, he's throwing up gang signs, so they can hold him for that. But my thing is, you got to prove this man killed people. You got to prove that he was in some illegal stuff.
Well, check it.
I just think
That's where the lyrics come in because they're
but
saying
that's
that
bogus.
some of them are actually rapping about and they're coding it. So basically when they bring the lyrics to the courtroom, they are deciphering the code because they're rapping about the killings that they do and they speak it in gang language so other gangs understand that they're the ones taking credit for it, whereas us normal civilians who don't know their lingo, we can't catch it.
Yeah, I do think so, but I just think it's bogus to me. And I hope this is a lesson to these rappers too, because these guys try snitching on themselves and say, "Yo, they told on me."
That
Like,
part.
yo, come on.
That part.
So the whole using lyrics against these guys to jail them,
Mhm.
I don't like it. But then again, these guys be trying snitching on themselves. So it's a double-edged sword.
There you go.
It's a double-edged sword.
Absolutely.
So to the rapper them and the upcoming rapper them, if you do your thing in the street, don't rap about it. If you rap about it and do your thing in the street, I'm going to feel sorry for you.
Right there. Right there.
Pick up yourself and do it.
Manners fam. All right, so here one. We have other things on the board, you know. Let me run through the other things, but we still have to talk about the lyrics them. So listen, we're asking, should lyrics be used against artists? I want to take you back to, like, before I forget, 2 Live Crew. I don't know if y'all know about 2 Live Crew. Let me see it. Doodle Brown. 2 Live Crew. When 2 Live Crew came out with pop that pussy, pop that pussy, baby. I grew up in Florida. But pop. I grew up in Miami. Pop that pussy. When he came out with that, when they came out with that, that thing went to the courts, and they wanted to ban 2 Live Crew from performing anywhere, right? So as far as rappers go and taking it to court and fighting and beating, that part that you don't ban my stuff is freedom of speech. And it was 2 Live Crew that actually, go look it up. It was 2 Live Crew that actually championed that for the rap world. Now, I think they got too much freedom after 2 Live Crew went and did that, because now people just started labeling anything freedom of speech, and new generations start telling on themselves in their own songs. Honestly, today, the FBI, them people there, and CIA, and them people there, and police, and all this, they don't have to do much. Most of the time, they just listen to these lyrics, and then they go to their social media networks, IG, Facebook, Twitter, you know, all these, and they start connecting them. For instance, if they watch one of the rap videos, they're looking, and then they see, oh, there goes Dalton Jones. That's Dalton Jones, who we have in custody right now. And he's been in custody for 2 years. He was with these guys 2 years ago when he committed that murder. Oh, and there goes so-and-so in that video called so-and-so. Did you hear the line? The line where he said, I shot him in his face in front of his mama, blah, blah, blah. That's exactly how the murder was committed. He was shot in front of his mom, in his face, blah, blah, blah. That's how they're using all that to connect, right? So basically, they're just dry snitching and telling on their own self, and then they call other people snitches. I don't know. New generation is just strange to me. Just strange to me. Because I remember coming up, we used to use payphone, right? Not saying I was a criminal or anything, I'm saying, but even the little bit of criminal activity we got into, we used to use payphones. And we would go to a neighborhood where we didn't come from to use a payphone. And when we use a payphone, we would have somebody call us back at that payphone, and we leave that neighborhood and stuff like that. Like, and then we had phones that had no satellite tracking on it, because we never have internet and all these things. But nowadays, it's a whole different ball game, and they know this, and they still tell on themselves all the time. I come from beeper era, so that's to show you, right? It's 911 on the beeper means emergency. 411 means I love you or something like that. I mean, I remember the code them. I was little, so I didn't even have a beeper, right? By the time me did I get old enough for beeper, things change. I'm gonna get one big back computer in my room. So I was at the end of that era. Morning, you're live on the air with SouFLo.
Good morning, SouFLo. How you doing?
Good morning, family. Doing all right?
I'm good, yes.
All right.
So my answer to your question is yes.
It should be
Lock
used.
them up. Oh yes, yes. Use it and lock them up. I'm tired. I'm tired of black people and the foolishness. This culture, this ghetto, kill each other, low life culture have to change, and if the white man have to come and help them change it, lock every one of their asses up. That's enough. That's enough of this. Yes, lock them up.
You know, on one
Put
end,
them in a hurry.
boy, on one end, I say, boy, freedom of speech and the other stuff. But on the other end, I'm conflicted, because now they're no longer storytellers, you know? They've gone beyond that now. Now it's, if you didn't do it, you can't speak about it. And if you're speaking about it, that means that's what you're co-signing, and they
Mm-hmm.
stand on it. They stand on it. So it's gotten to the point where I think the words should be taken not just with a grain of salt, but should be taken seriously.
It's very destructive. The young people internalize these messages. The same people singing these things, they live up on the hill. They live far away from where all the nasty activity take place.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they come in like those snakes that have poison, and they just spread their poison and they go about their business. Lock every one of them behind up. Let them go and find something else to write about. That's it. That's it. Change the culture. Since the white man have to come in and do it, let the white man come in and do it.
Damn. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ooh, she has a point. She has a strong point. She has a very strong point. What you say? Prosecute them, lock them up, use these words to convict them? Is it time for us then to say, as a people, we no longer want to hear that kind of music? We no longer want to hear stuff being glorified, our destruction being glorified, because we are the only people that do this. We're the only people that rap or sing, sit down and make song about us killing each other graphically, like how we blow each other brains out. 45 hit him in the face, shell split his forehead apart, left a hole in his head this big. His mama fainted when she saw him on the ground, couldn't recognize her son. She recognized him from the chain she gave him for his birthday. All this. We're the only one that actually dance too and make music that we like, drill rappers and stuff like I'm thinking we're coming to an era, a time where this stuff is going to be no longer in existence. I think we're coming to that time, but not after we've severely suffered the consequences of enjoying it, promoting it, people getting rich off it for how many years. Right now, in New York, not New York, right now in Florida, you have, and I know it's that DJ KHALED, right? DJ KHALED is big in our culture, as in Caribbean culture, dancehall culture, and reggae culture. And he's also huge in music, period, right? Skillibeng right now, remember I know I told y'all before, I said the artists themselves are conflicted because I watched a interview with Skillibeng, and Skillibeng is probably one of the most intelligent interviews I've seen from a dancehall artist in modern times. See, you know, the older ones, they kind of understood packaging. They come from an era where you had to articulate yourself in some manner intelligently to conduct an interview, especially overseas. New generation now, when they do their interviews and the interviewer talk to them, you would think say they never left where they came from, you know, or them there in a garrison still. I talk to some of them bridging them from around at the garrison, and half of the people who watch the interview can't understand what they're saying and all that, which we thought was always an obstacle. They're creating an obstacle by doing that, because the more people that can understand you is the more people that can relate to you, right? So if people can't understand what you're saying, they gravitate towards something else that they can understand. All right. So Skillibeng right now, saved. Go to me saved. Skillibeng right now, I told y'all before, the artists themselves are confused. I watched Skilly do an interview in the UK, and he actually said, listen, what am I supposed to do when them tell me, say, I'm making good songs, right? Good songs with substance. And they're telling you, no, we don't want that. We want a next brick, brick palm brick, brick palm brick, brick palm brick palm brick. So brick palm brick is a song, if you go listen to it, it was basically glorifying scamming. It was basically glorifying scamming. Scamming is known to be the big part of why the murders them in Jamaica get turned up. See? Because man start get a whole heap of money, and now he's gonna have to protect himself because others are coming for it. So what I'm doing, using whole heap of money to buy guns, and then he uses whole heap of money for pay a yes man, gunman, shooter man, corrupt police, everybody to protect his money that he's getting through scamming. And then the next scammer do the same thing, and now me and the next scammer they are war, and then they're warring for stuff like lead list, and they're warring for stuff like all kinds of stuff like that, but it has to do with the scamming. So when he makes a song that glorifies scamming and everybody like it, and I'm saying, yes, this is a big hit, give us another scamming song, give us another brick on brick, and him come with wap wap wap. Remember, I did the review for it the other day, and a lot of you were in the comment section laughing, dead with laugh. This a car when music come to scope on my Glock. So my gun sound when it clap. Wap 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 wap. And you're like, what kind of lyrics that? And that's all the man are saying that the song is wap 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 wap. Scope on my Glock. So the gun sound when it clap. Wap wap wap. And then guess what? I see G Herbo, I see Nicki Minaj, I see Bobby Shmurda, I see all the big name artists that our artists wish they get a collaboration with and a feature from, actually co-sign it. That's a big thing to them. You're there in Jamaica, you make a song. All the big Yankee star them say, yo, this hit, this a hit. And they start singing your song on their social media sites. Your thing gone, right? Next thing you know, they're working with you. They're flying you in to work with you. You're reaching places, but nobody wants to hear you do anything conscious because you did conscious stuff before. Them never pay no attention to it. As soon as you did the killing stuff and how your gun look and sound when it clap and all this, here you go. You fly out and everything. So at the moment, I'm telling you, I'm conflicted because I've seen this type of music change lives, put people in position to help others, them family and themselves. This is Skilly. Skilly is currently in Florida with DJ KHALED, and him just come from England, right? He just came from England and just shelled down the place at England, multiple shows. He's in the big money now, right? Headlining and things. See him there? And this is a DJ KHALED house. I know he's in the studio with DJ KHALED doing a collaboration. DJ KHALED, you're talking about people like Justin Bieber. You're talking about like big name people, right? All right. What can you tell him? You know, what can you tell him when him sing Scope on my Glock? So my gun sound when it clap. Wap, 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 and that fly him out. And that land him in a DJ KHALED yard to where they're chilling, having dinner, going to the studio, making music together. See that? That's every young artist's dream. See? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yo, SouFLo.
Yes, fam. Morning.
Yeah, good. So the thing I had the issue the thing, right? First time Skilly come out, Skilly been a shot. The big time big. Give him a big, big, big boss.
Right.
Right? He went on to Mr. Universe, big song.
Mr. Universe, big song.
Big song. He had another one that's song like South like Torpedo, go to my like my Torpedo, song again. So you were putting out some dope songs, then lyrics fall off. Like, what the hell? So Skilly have parents enough. So it doesn't work crazy, you can't believe it.
Yeah, that I think them want the gun thing. You know, they're pushing a narrative, and the artist basically, it's like if you open a business. I said this before, right? You open a business and the business, people are telling you they want oranges, but all you're selling is apples, right? Nobody is coming to your business. Nobody goes into business to fail. See? So us looking in, we are saying, yeah, man, you can't find, if you're a good writer, write about something else. But they tried and it didn't work, right? The last thing you want to do is be grounded as an artist. You can't fly nowhere. Nobody is booking you. You're not in demand anywhere. You know, when you go into that life, you kind of go into that life to chase the hype, you know. Even more than to look for longevity, they go in there to chase the hype because you want the hype first. Because with the hype come the money and all this other stuff, right? Yes, Kaz Robinson, I'm live. Big up yourself and thanks for being here. The call-in number is open this morning as well. Sideline a little bit before I say that. Gunna and Thugger with their lyrics. Woman gunned down in her mother's, I'm going to do one different video upon that, our mother 9 Janeek Brown says she's done with track and field. Janeek Brown is the female that Sha'Carri Richardson, the American sprinter, said this is her Jamaican ex that abused her, stole from her, mash up her life. Nico, you mash up my life. Mash up her life and left her and these things. I watched an interview with her yesterday, randomly switching topics. We're bouncing around this morning, so work with it. I watched an interview yesterday with Janeek, and I'm kind of worried about her even more now. Because I was worried about her mannerisms. You know, I mean, she took an interview, but she took the interview as if she was mad at the interviewer. Or she took the interview, but she didn't want to do it. No one forced you to do the interview. So if you take an interview, you at least articulate yourself, which I know she's capable of. She still sounds like how she sounded in the Angry video, right? Where she did bomba clot about 50 times. Somebody said it was 40 times she used bomba clot. And, you know, I don't know. I'm kind of worried about her mental state or whatever. They asked her about that in an interview. What do you have to say about people who says your mental state looks, you know, shaky like something I go on? She said, you know, she was going through something for a minute, but she was finding herself, and now she has found herself. So when you go through these types of changes, people are gonna say anything. They're gonna say you're mad, you're gone mad, you lose your mind, whatever. Yes, she is done with track and field. And I thought, wow. Somebody says I'm freezing. Michelle Howell says I'm freezing. Let me know when I'm not freezing anymore, please. Am I freezing still? Freezing? No freezing? No freezing? Yes, you are. All good. Okay on my computer. Perfect. Give me a couple more. No, not freezing. Couple more. Not freezing. You good. Jane Ander, thank you. Mervin the Point, Jamaica. Thank you. Dennis Sam, no, not freezing. Okay, thank you. All right, listen. I'm kind of worried about her. You know what I'm kind of worried about her? It's not because she didn't use a whole heap of bomba clot, this and that. I'm worried about her. I'm worried about her after watching that video there. It's on a channel called, I'll link the channel and pin it in the comment section so you can go watch the whole interview. I couldn't take the man whole interview and put it over here for you to see it. But Track Flow is the name of the channel where she's on doing the interview. If you didn't want to do the interview, you shouldn't have took the interview. She said she found herself now and she good now. And he asked her, well, what about like the way you're expressing yourself and stuff, you know? And she said, man, Jamaican, so I'm aggressive. I'm aggressive. And I was like, nah. I said, every Jamaican has a level of aggression in them. And if you poke them the wrong way, it's like poking a bear, you know, you might hear that come flying out, couple bad word chip. But I didn't say they walk around expressing themselves like that all the time. See? So for her to be stuck in that, like this is what she wants to be, this is how she wants to be and express herself like this. I don't know. She even went on to say stuff like, you know, some people do track and field because mommy forced them to, daddy forced them to. This is the only way they see out. They feel like if they stop, they don't have any other way, but that's not her. Which, I'm not here to tell the girl how to live her life. If she was really, really good at track and field, okay? So for her to walk away from it before going into the next level, hey, maybe that's what she wants. Maybe she found something else. Maybe she said, this is wear and tear on the body. This is stress on the mind. This is not a healthy lifestyle for me. And I'm not chasing the fame that comes with this. She said it. She's not chasing the fame that come with all that. So it seems like Sha'Carri must be the one. Anyhow, Sha'Carri now. I saw a report that says she's talking about suing Jamaican YouTubers. Jane Anders says, she said, like any normal relationship, a lie. Yeah, she admitted to abusing Sha'Carri. She said she abused her one time, right? She abused her one time. I don't know if she like cuff her up one time and then that's it. But you know, in a relationship, like if so wifey was supposed to tell you guys that SouFLo beat me and beat me up all the time. And me come and say it's lie, it's one time. You just open the floodgate. Because one time, beaters don't beat one time. Abusers don't abuse one time, right? And we know this. So by her admitting that she did, and she said, yes, so like a one time. So where we have to do, like if charges are gonna press or what, let's get on with it. You know what I mean? Let's get on with it, get it over with, do whatever. She ready to face anything and get it over with. And I'm like, wow. Wow. You got to go watch the interview. I'll pin the clip for you to see it. He asked her about, so what kind of abuse did you get from Sha'Carri? And she said something about mental, physical, spiritual, just every abuse, same way, right? She was like, it was like a normal relationship, you know? It was like a normal, the relationship was obviously dysfunctional, but she said it was like a normal relationship. And to some people, dysfunction is normal, you know? So it was like a normal relationship. I like, and it didn't work out. It didn't work out. What made y'all break up? He asked. She said, you know, normal stuff like we just not see eye to eye no more. We not see eye to eye no more. We stop agree on things. We start argue all the time, fight every day, like that. It was time to go, and she wanted to go. Yes, Shanice Loudon. I don't know if she's a clown, but she did admit to being abusive. Nina Sky says any abuse is abuse, point blank, period. And there are different types of abuse. And some people will be abused or be an abuser another way and think they're not abusive because they're not like throwing blows and, you know, cuff up them partner. But abuse is abuse. And there are different types of abuse. She admitted it though. She admitted it. I think I should be freezing right now. I don't know. But anyhow, yeah, that's what's on the board this morning. The suing Jamaican YouTubers part is what got my attention because I got me into that. All right, so suing the Jamaican YouTubers now. Did y'all remember Tasha K versus Cardi B? Remember I told y'all that that case was going to set the precedence? Tasha K versus Cardi B. Y'all let me know if I'm freezing. Ice Lady says, you good in the GB, Great Britain. My family, Great Britain family, big up on herself. Sha'Carri seems like an antagonist. Am I freezing? Yes, Jack. Boy, Jack King, you know what? I've always been careful. That's why I'm not come and talk bad stuff about people and tear them down and stuff like that. If they look through my videos, they'll be like, he not tearing me down. He not defiling my character. He's not throwing me under the bus. He's, you know, because I don't go out of my way to do any of that. So I'm not freezing. Thank you. I appreciate you, Donna Davis. I appreciate you, Michelle Howell. Thank you. Robinson Goat Farm says the video quality is dropping. I don't know what that is about, man. I can't help it. Sometimes it's the internet, and other times it's beyond my control. But here we are. Yeah, she's talking about suing Jamaican YouTubers specifically. Which Jamaican YouTuber wants to get sued today? It said. And I said, remember Tasha K and Cardi B. When the Tasha K and Cardi B stuff happened, listen, Jane Ander, You have to pay attention to the Tasha K and Cardi B case. Then you will see on what grounds. Let me explain to you like this. If I'm over here saying bad stuff about her with no proof to the stuff I'm saying, then you could be in some trouble, which is pretty much what Tasha K was accused of doing, right? She was accused of saying, this is from court papers that were made public. She was accused of saying that Cardi B was a stripper that used to dance on bottles or something like that. Don't quote me. Pushed bottles up in her woo-ha while she was dancing, and she, just a whole bunch of stuff. And Cardi B now took it to court and said at the time she was pregnant when this all started. And she asked her to stop, and she kept going. And it affected her pregnancy negatively to the point where the child has a developmental delay. They signed off on all that in court. See? Tasha K was ordered by the court to pay Cardi B a hefty sum of money in the millions. Now, Cardi B don't need the money, but she did it to make a point and to set a precedence. And that precedence is set. So now they're going to say, listen, you're running a hate campaign against this person, right? Defamation of character. Her name is her brand, so you're destroying her business. You're destroying her image. You're destroying the way she earns money to feed her family, all this other stuff. It comes up to where you can be sued. She was accused of saying, Kai Taija Empress says she was accused of saying that Cardi B has herpes, and Cardi B got tested when she did not have a herpes outbreak and proved that she don't. All that kind of stuff. Recently, I heard that the stuff that she was ordered to remove from YouTube, she refused to remove it. The material of all the stuff she said about Cardi B, she refused to remove it from YouTube, and they're going in again. So, yeah. Me no want to end up in that place there, right? I told y'all before, my little bit of money when me have, cause little bit of money me have. Me not have a whole heap of money, me have little bit of money. My little bit of money is to take care of my children and pay my bills, right? And keep my head above water. It's not to pay Sha'Carri Richardson for defamation of character and all these things. Jane Anders says, but she also, wait, hold up. Jane Anders, what did you say? Kata Joy says she was accused of, okay. For those having picture video issues, just try changing the quality of your video to 1080p if you didn't do it already. Donna B says, for those of you who are having picture video issues, try changing it to 1080p. Crystal G says, Tasha will win on appeal. All right, we'll see. We'll see. You have to have grounds to appeal on. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yo, SouFLo, so yeah.
Yeah, fam.
You want to Jamaican YouTuber, hey girl. I'm gonna be able to see.
Yeah, do that, please.
After she get cooked up, you want to Jamaican YouTubers.
Yeah, because I don't want she target me because you there say what you say and uncaring.
I can't tell myself, you know.
Yeah.
She need to focus on track and field. Because she says she's not done. She's not finished.
Right.
You know? She's the sixth fastest woman in the world.
So she's the sixth fastest woman in the world. So
I'm just repeating what she said, fam. You know, the audio is out there, you know?
That's what she said.
Yeah.
So focus on track and field and run track, no?
Yeah, that's why she fell off. Well, sure,
did she ever get on though?
She was having a little buzz, but then when she got banned from the Olympics because of weed, and then she done such a large mud and all of that, so you kind of see with her and so forth. But then she just started getting very arrogant and proud. I'm like, yo, girl, how much yourself, man?
Yeah, with nothing to back it up.
Yeah, when that last break she had with Shelly and yo, she gets the lamppost and then beat her wicked.
Yeah.
So that's what I think she just got like.
I don't think she wants us talking about her because of her situation with Janeek. Yo, Janeek is Jamaican, just like Nikki Trueprint is saying right now. Like she can't catch Janeek, so we have a saying in Jamaica: you can't catch Quacker, you catch him shot, right? That means so you can't hurt the person, so you hurt anything or anyone close to them or associated with them, kind of thing. I think that's probably what that is about going after Jamaican YouTubers. I agree.
She doing too much.
I agree.
She's doing too much. She's spiraling out of control.
Why? Let's stay clear enough. Coming on,
we got you here.
Not true?
And it's like tough to keep the rock.
All right, so. All right, my brother. Yeah. So, control and govern yourself. Yes. Fix up yourself. Crystal G says, but she does judge. She does judge. I was all over the place with beating on her lawyers. Huh? I don't know. Slow car is the slowest what Nike ever signed. See Seymour Bennett, come no man. Seymour, you can't just say anything. You notice how YouTube just checked your comment. I didn't. So that's to show you. Remember, we're being watched. We're not just being watched by us here. We're being watched, period. They must sift through the comments, them all these things. So be careful what you say. I remember she been to Jamaica. She's been around Jamaicans. She had a Jamaican lover for a while. So she probably understands the patois. You know what I said? So no matter how you say it, she can pick it out now and translate it on these things. So be careful what you're saying. I'm not the channel that's maybe me need to take on the Jamaican flag when I talk about her because it might be triggering. Like if she see it and she start, go off. Some things do trigger you after you've been through certain things. Yeah. This flag might remind her of the person when they cook her up the one time there. One time because she said it was only one time she did it. I don't know. But if I was an athlete, I would run track, not mouth. That's good said. That's good. That's good said. Sue them backside. I'm tired of you all calling up this girl name. Hear the money Lee about sue them backside. I'm tired of you calling up this girl name. The money is trying to be a clown this morning. I guess if I call you a clown, you're gonna sue me too. But you're trying to be a clown this morning. We talk about stuff that's already been talked about in the public. None of us are digging up anything. Well, I can't speak for none of us. I am not digging up anything and giving you any surprises. You'll never hear me say, me know who she did with after she left Janeek. She did with one next Jamaican now. And the next Jamaican now, I beat out her blood cleat. And she like it. You don't hear me fueling rumors or anything like that. I take what's out there, what's already being discussed, which you yourself go over there to listen to. That's why you're tired of hearing them talk about it. Because you tune into that. That's your type of entertainment, right? So don't be mad at the ones that's talking about what's out there because you tune in too much probably. See, stuff like that don't normally grab my attention. The only reason it grabbed my attention was because she said her Jamaican lover and posted a picture of a female. And I thought, uh-oh, because you know how our culture go already. And if this person wasn't out already or was trying to be low profile, they just got high profile out, right? That's the only reason why it attracted my attention, because them fling Jamaica in there. And a Jamaican athlete. And I was like, any other Jamaican, me want to know which athlete this is a man, and which boy in there dig up Sha'Carri Rebellion. Oh, it was a girl. No, she looked like a man. I want a girl like a man. That was the situation. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like we talking about, we're not defaming nobody's character over here, man. But hot news are hot news. See it? And if you don't get it from me, you're going to go get it somewhere else because I see you. So, no big deal. Anyhow, Sunny, so I go up. Somebody carry her up there. She had too much. She leaned over down and she had too much. Come go up. I hope she shows up this weekend against Elaine, Sharika, and Brianna. It's going to be a massacre. It's going to be... It's gonna be a massacre. She is in a. Thank you for reminding me about that. Seymour. Seymour Bennett says, I hope she shows up this weekend, or she's gonna pull out. She's probably gonna pull out of the race. But Ilian in the race, Sherika in the race, Jackson, and Brianna is in the race. Brianna is our young gun, okay? Our youngest gun. So when you have the other season one, them are still come bust it upon you, and still come bust it upon you, and you can't do nothing, and then they put the youngest in there, and the youngest still come bust it upon you. You see them where you see how we like to go to this gun reference thing. I don't know. We need to stop that. Stop it, SouFLo. Live on the air this morning with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yeah, man, SouFLo, you good?
I'm there, Pam. You?
Yeah, man, good, man.
All right.
So,
talk to
the
me.
whole Sha'Carri thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, everybody know that while with the whole of them, so Sha'Carri gone for a long time. Well, if you're in the track and field fraternity. Yeah, because you don't.
Yeah, she never keep it a secret though.
Yeah, you know, but I know people in this thing. Gone them way there. If you're in the
track and field world, you know. Boy, she said something about Justin Gatlin the other day, but again, me no want them come sue me.
No, we don't know about that. We don't know about that.
Yeah.
So, you know, Justin Gatlin having insult and kids and things.
See.
So, people nobody find that. But
right.
people are going to bring up things. But what in the fraternity, everybody know who will sue and what is what.
Right.
Know? But it's not a sport, so we can say we discriminate against people.
See.
You know, as much as the people are saying.
Yeah, you know, for us it's just competitiveness, don't?
Yeah. Well, nobody not no time to think about what man are doing at their bedroom there.
Right. Beat me on the track.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then talk your talk.
Yeah, because we man don't know, so most Jamaican athletes become tolerant. They you know, who are who.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially. But a long time people know what one.
See.
Several, yeah. So we are thing now, we know social media. And the people who have beat Sha'Carri, both was Batman, Sha'Carri is Joker. You know what I'm saying? And when we say Joker, we need her.
Yeah.
To entertainment. We need her to be the fuel for ladies. Then. So instead of beat her, cheer her
and enjoy the entertainment.
Yeah, but at the same time, we understand that she has psychological issues. So people need to just easy keep that entertainment and not take it personal.
See.
And several females in the track and field have mental health issues. Several of them.
Yeah. How you know that?
Work with them.
Well,
so
I'm not gonna ask no further because I know you can't disclose too much if you work with them.
Yeah, we work with them. You know, we understand how it is. A lot of people, especially Jamaican athletes, will deal with things.
Yeah.
Especially coming from Jamaica. One of the things that you talk about is something people don't talk about because a lot of these girls come from schools where coaches have sleep with them, sexual abuse, and all of them things they don't get deal with. So this is something what is well known in the person, you know, from big schools, coaches sleep with athletes, and not to say that Jamaica limited to, because like 10 years ago, Florida coach that sleep with one of them. So there's a lot of issues where people not deal with, especially Jamaican athletes.
Right. Right.
It's an unspoken thing.
Right.
So the reason why I say that is we can't bash Sha'Carri for who she is. We don't know what she got through and certain things she need help with.
But don't you think she's feeding like she's feeding the lions then? She's giving ammunition for the bashing then. You don't think so?
Psychologically, I think about that psychological shit. People who go through certain things like that don't understand what they might do sometimes. When they get into them emotional feelings, they want people to feel empty. I think there's an African saying where say, "Oh, a child when they get no warm from people will burn the village. The village warm." So at the same time, what we think about is from that she want people to feel hurt. You know, just she threw in Jamaica into the whole thing. She never say her lower.
Right.
She want Jamaica to feel embarrassed. She want she to feel embarrassed. So you have to look on it in a wider perspective. This is just saying that somebody who are crying for help that a PMC now.
Makes sense.
Regardless, I'm not against the community, but it's not for them community. But at the same time, I don't believe bringing your sexuality and all of them things there to the public is anybody's business.
Right.
Because the only problem I have with this gay community, if I ask a person what kind of underwear they have on, I'm gonna say, "Oh, you're rude." But you want to tell me what you're doing at the bedroom to me? It's none of my business. It shouldn't display to the public like that. But in a situation like this, I heard church. She just want people to feel the pain. And as I said, there's a greater issue in this community when it comes to the psychological well-being at least.
Same.
And people now address it. Even the boys. When I talk about Jamaican males, they are, we'll not get into that because, we won't put it like that. But there are a group of men who are very interested in Jamaican high school male athletes.
Oh, I saw.
The money one them. I'm not talking American, Jamaican now. So now I go too deep into that, but with the whole thing. One more thing before I'm gone.
Yeah.
The Skillibeng thing.
Yeah.
Yo, in America, the richest group of people are American and Asians. When I hear them actually kill each other.
Right.
We're the only group of people from God's earth who mean no harm. We glorify killing each other.
To the point where we make songs about it and sing about it and dance to it.
And me hear you say them have to eat the food. But in Jamaica, I estimate there are 20 good DJ well. And 20 good DJ at about eat the food. I could care less if them feed them on. I worry about the other 1.999 million Jamaicans. Yes, that the people want to hear, but the kid want to eat candy every morning, you give?
True.
You want to eat ice cream every morning, you give?
True.
We can't do that, sacrifice a whole nation because a few man want to eat food.
Well said.
And if I talk about ensure and all, we as a people, we have to make a stop. I mean, no, we fight against everything, but me see what dance I got, shit.
True.
This trap music, I don't hear no. Let me give you an example. We work with some people, young people, school. Girl, them listen to dancehall music. And one day they come to me and say, Americans. And I say, yo, what's this new music I hear Jamaica say? He say, you like it? I say, this is crap. We don't even listen to trap music here. Why are we gonna listen to Jamaican trap music, which we don't even understand in first place? And it's something that we don't listen.
But I tell you what, Panda partner though, right? The ones that said that to you, I hope they saw Skillibeng perform in the UK.
Yeah. Well, I have that, whenever so now a lot of people wouldn't listen. The UK always about why Jamaican based thing because what we think about it too. We have Africans who are listen to it.
Him just perform here too in the US and
we
have the video
I
clip
was
for them.
fan.
Yeah.
But as I say, they have no. Let me give you an example. Alkaline. He might be my audience. But internationally, no people know him.
True.
Just as if I want Macy, people can say it differently. But that's just me. I just think when it comes to the music, the reason why they're not making the money, the one place where they target, they're not targeting, and that's Africa.
But Africa, I don't think Africa is into that killing stuff going on.
No, that's reggae music.
Yeah.
I'm not this shoot a man and make him man. And the sad thing is the beat programming, you can't say you're against it, but when you start hearing it, you catch yourself as a wait a minute. What this man said.
Yeah.
You catch yourself.
Yeah.
But overall, if we do thing, other people want to call it.
All right.
Thanks.
Manners and respect.
I move from a hater to a rater with you. Because I like the turn where you make. Because in the last 4 years, I said this man a bash Jamaica bad enough. And then I say a different view, I say this man I thought the truth that business.
Manners and respect.
But give thanks.
All right, one love. All right, so the brother said he moved from a hater to a rater, right? He's very intelligent, said what he said. Didn't sound like him didn't have no rice in his mouth, hot rice, and he was boxing up his words. He was pretty easy to understand everything he said, and he made a whole lot of sense. You see that last comment, move from a hater to a rater, because he used to think that I was bashing Jamaica. I've told y'all before, and for those of you who've been here long enough to know, I was never, nobody can pull up a video and say, see it here. This is the video I was talking about. You disrespect Jamaica, you talk down on our culture. You tell people don't come there. You tell people don't invest their money there. You encourage Jamaicans overseas to never go back there. You talk about us as if we're the worst thing on earth, whatever. If you can pull up any video that says that, then you can say I was bashing Jamaica and I was putting Jamaica down and all that. Yes, I've compared our security system in Jamaica to the security system in the UK. And I said, put Jamaica in a fishbowl, right? CCTVs with central monitoring points when they ask for solutions. Because we not just discuss the crime them that's taking place, we actually discuss solutions, doable solutions that our government can do. But when we do that, you're gonna have a group of people that will say, them boy are going like say, foreign better than Jamaica, you know. So what if the UK have that? We don't need that around here. You always talk bad about Jamaica like say Jamaica. You see what I'm saying? So it wasn't me saying Jamaica foreign better than Jamaica and all this. People take what they take, and then some people they'll eventually come around and see. I said this to wifey the other day. The hype and stupidity. Stupidity will get you the hype, right? And loose talking and joking around a lot and all that will get you the hype. But hype never sustains. You understand? When you start to talk sense, it might be a slow build. But I guarantee you that even those who were once young, whether it was physically or mentally or both, they will eventually outgrow the hype themselves. At some point in your life, you said to yourself, all right, I'm too big for this now, man. I'm going to hear something will have sense and substance. You know what I'm saying? And that is how substance outlasts a hype or outlasts foolishness. See? At 1 minute, you're in a foolishness, you know. But then you realize, say, yo, I have to move on from that now, man. I'm too big for that. And then you start pre-sense. See? This is even in our music. That's the reason why all the music still outsell new music, because new music is a hype. It's a passing fad. It's something that you don't see yourself putting on in front of your family. Yo, pull up the record there. When talk about when slap out the boy inside and you're like 65 at the family's get together, you're not going to pull that up. You're not going to play that. Now you're older, you're like, I don't want my grandchildren listening to that at all. Why the hell was I even listening to that? The biggest residual checks in music, royalty checks going into Jamaica are probably from people like Ken Booth, them era, and this is my mom era, and like Dennis Brown, them kind of people there. Yeah, Buju Banton, them kind of people there. Buju are my era. Before Buju them and them thing there, but those are the people who are still collecting those fat checks off of their music, not the anything we did have to skin out nothing or dash it round there so or suck off this and ride up that and cock you up this and make me dig you out yeah so and none that stuff is a hype. See? It's the same thing when I do YouTube. I think longevity. I want when me gone that these messages still live on, that somebody can still come over here and say, yo, the youth that talk sense enough. Them they ask him one time, what can be done to make Jamaica a better place? Listen, here's a video right here where he listed 10 things, doable things, realistic things that the government can do to make Jamaica a better place. See there? See the video here. I could talk about this. I could watch that video here. Oh, so Jamaica really is not independent. Oh, wow. I said that 7 years ago now on YouTube. And when I said it 7 years ago, I was called a hater. You don't know what go on with Jamaica, man. Shut them out. A foreign they live. Okay. 7 years later down the road, here they all come. Yo, Jamaica is not really independent, son. Yo, you know, so we have this. Okay, but I've been saying that though. I was called a hater for pointing out stuff like that. Well, anyhow, I saw the thing go. See, now back to the lyrics. Young Thug and Gunna, right? Shout out to Urban Islands for this one. Young Thug lyrics from his hit song to be used in evidence in his YSL Rico case. Young Thug's lyrics from several of his hit songs will be used as evidence against him in his Rico case, and Young Thug's bond hearing was delayed this week till June 2nd. He's probably not going to get any bond because they denied Gunna bond, and Gunna is considered to be under Thug. Thug is considered to be the mastermind behind all this, hence the RICO charge. He's considered to be the founder of YSL, which is now known to law enforcement as a criminal organization, a faction of Blood Gang that operates as a music entity, record company with artists. Where are they getting so much money from? You know what the feds are saying? They're getting that money from street life. They're laundering it through this made up record company, right? Ice-T said, it's easy to convince the streets that you gangster. It's hard to convince the feds that you're not. We find ourselves here. It's easy to convince the street that you gangster, right? All you have to do is flash a whole bunch of money because you're making money from your music anyways. Throw up some crazy hand gang signs, wear a couple of colors, be with a whole group of guys who are aggressive and look like they'll do you something, and everybody is like, yo, they with the shits, they down with it, they living that life for real. Then put the lyrics in your song. You've convinced everybody now. You're gangster. Okay, now the feds are on you. They've been building their case. Time to convince them that you're not. How are you going to do that? How are you going to do that? Prosecutors have filed a motion to have Steele removed from representing Young Thug, and the judge has put off his bond hearing to deal with the prosecution motion. So Young Thug's lawyer came out and said he'll fight to his last drop of blood to free his client. Well, I want an attorney that is this passionate about my case. I would hope I could have an attorney this passionate, but they're saying that his attorney ain't a good attorney for the case because he might have ulterior motives other than just being an attorney. The gang is said to have been operating since 2012, and the DA, district attorney, has listed many lyrics from Thug's music that the DA says shows violation under the RICO Act. Among his lyrics listed are his songs, like a song called Nobody. Then he made another song called Take It to Trial. Listen to this enough. And another one called Ski, featuring Gunna and Slatty. According to prosecutors, the lyrics show that Thug was preserving, protecting, and enhancing the reputation, the power, and the territory of the enterprise, YSL, as a gang, and demonstrating allegiance to the enterprise and a willingness to engage in violence on its behalf. All that come out of your lyrics. Divine Order says First Amendment challenge now. USA, not the USA anymore? Well, this isn't just speaking. They are showing where you're doing stuff and then you're speaking about what you did. So in other words, you're breaking the law and then you are bragging about it in songs. Check it. Some of his court paper says that a car that was used in a murder. Okay, so the RICO case against YSL. and its members claim that the gang is responsible for more than 100 crimes, including in excess of 50 murders from 2012 till now. The prosecutors are using lyrics from Slatty by Young Thug to make their case. In one of the lyrics, he says, I killed this man in front of his mama. Like, fuck, lil' bruh, sister. I killed this man in front of his mama. Fuck lil' bruh's sister and his cousin. I shoot out, kill him, not leaving a trace. That's what Young Thug said in the song, right? There's a video here of them actually playing it in the courtroom. Go over to Urban Islands and watch this video. Just put in Young Thug lyrics used in court. Urban Islands, spelled with the islands with a Z at the end. And watch the video of the prosecutors playing his music in court, and you will see. See, there's a big difference when you hear it on a record, but when they go to court and they read it with no beat and they read it in English, you can see the face of the judge, everybody else that's in the courtroom. Like, damn. I never killed anybody, but I got someone to do it. I never killed anybody in another song. I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that body. He rapped on a 2018 track called Anybody, featuring Nicki Minaj. I told them to shoot 100 rounds, ready for war like I'm Russia. I get all types of cash. I'm a general. Along with Thug and his fellow rapper Gunna are several persons close to the two rappers that formed the YSL outfit. They're actually saying that all his rappers that he signed to his label, they're actually gang members as well. And you got to put in work to be down. It's funny, Nicki Minaj is on a song like this. Nicki has been accused too of being part of the Matt Baller Brims Bloods, which is a notorious blood set from out of New York. And the way how law enforcement describe them is like this. Nothing moves in New York on street level, gang level, without them having a say in it or having a piece of it. So is Cardi B, right? So it's funny to see they're all connected, as in they all rep Bloods. I've never seen Nicki Minaj throw up a blood sign until somebody sent a picture and says, there she is throwing a sign up right there. I know Cardi B refers to it a lot in her music. Who else? Just got convicted, YFN Lucci just got convicted in Young Thug's Rico case. The paperwork says he sent an order inside the prison to get YFN Lucci stabbed up inside the prison. So I don't know how the law enforcement get all this information, but it's on paper. And these are the stuff that they're coming at them with. See? You know, I heard somebody say they were doing good. And the police didn't really care if they were killing each other out in the streets. Hey, just go ahead and kill until we're ready to come for you, then we'll come for you. But a police officer actually got shot 5 times by somebody that is close to Young Thug, is known for being a part of his sect, was seen in his music videos, stuff like that. And this is when they started saying, hey, we got to shut these guys down. They way out of control. Even police officers are getting shot now. That dude actually walked from that case. See? And they, of course, law enforcement is upset about it. You get to shoot up a police officer and walk away, beat the case kind of thing. Nah. So we're going full force. The whole thing got to go. YFN Lucci has YFN. He used to date Lil, what's his name? That's with Birdman, or was with Birdman, Lil Wayne. Wife and Lucy used to date Lil Wayne's daughter. Lil Wayne has been saying he is blood from so long ago. He's probably the first rapper I actually heard come out with admitting that he's a blood. And that's his gang. That's his sect. And he'll do it for the sect, right? Lil Wayne. So now that wife and Lucy, who used to date his daughter, is in prison and accused of starting YFN, they look at YFN as a blood set. Just like how Thugger start YSL. Thugger was connected to Birdman, just like how Lil Wayne was connected to Birdman. When Birdman and Wayne were beefing, Lil Wayne's tour bus got shot up. Yo, this stuff goes deep. Lil Wayne's tour bus got shot up. The dude that they caught for shooting it up, he was caught on surveillance camera anyways. So the dude that they caught, he admitted that, yeah, he shot up the tour bus. And guess who was on that paperwork too? Birdman on the paperwork. And they say Birdman was trying to kill Lil Wayne, right? But Birdman didn't do no time. But the guy did time. And I think he did like 8 years or something like that out of all the, and then he was sent home. Well, when he was sent home, guess who he went home to? Thug. You understand? So this runs deep, and they've been paying attention to them. So it's not just First Amendment and freedom of speech, because a lot of people are thinking, damn, so you can't really say stuff anymore. It's more like using their own words to connect it to situations that actually did happen, that they have proof that happened. For instance, a murder took place, and I believe the year was like 2014. A murder took place, right? Security footage shows the car in which the shooter shot from, that car. That car, and they're just putting, and I'm saying to myself, why didn't they go after him then? Security footage now shows that the car was a rental car. They checked the rental car based on the license plate. Found out that Young Thug rented that car in 2014 at the time of that murder. So did he rent the car and give it to a shooter to go shoot it and then turn the car back into the rental company? Or did the shooter steal the rental car from him without him knowing, committed a murder with it, and then put the car back without him knowing? It all comes down to what your lawyer can prove in court, how good your lawyer is at getting you off, at proving. So it's going to be sticky, man. It's going to be sticky. Kata Joy says, Kata, you think it's Jim Jones? Since 2014, they've been watching Thug. Yes, Soldier 819. Since 2014. I think they've been watching them since before that. I think they were watching them before that. Because I always heard rumors about Thug like he deep in the streets and he really slinging that iron. And I remember some music executive saying when I first met him in Atlanta, he had a Mac 10 on him, fully loaded. And he was really out there in the streets like that, about that, right? You got to remember how Thugger came in the game. He came in wearing a dress. Everybody thought, damn, they're introducing the homosexual agenda to rap. And he's pushing it further. I don't know if y'all remember that. He was the guy that came out in a whole dress. And then he came out calling, like he'll call his homeboys babe. That's how they started referring to each other, as babe, right? Or hey lover. And what's happening, lover? What's popping? What's good, lover? And I used to watch that stuff and I'm like, if we go to Jamaica, go tell a man about, hey lover, what's popping, love? You know? But okay, that's their culture. And I'm watching it. But that's how Thug came in the game. and it was probably controversy to sell, and it did sell, and it propelled him along with his music to the top of the charts. See? So if you have good music and controversy, it's like track and field. Then if you have the legs and the time on the track to back it up, then you can talk your ish. And so he had good music and then controversy. And I mean, he's got big songs out there, man, with Post Malone and all these other people, Justin Bieber and all these other people. However, he's now where he's at, and his lyrics are being used in court. All the lyrics where you talk about killing a cop and all that is being used in court. Somebody says Wayne kissed Birdman on the lips. I remember that. I remember that. At that very moment, I said, yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. But you know, Lil Wayne was so young, and he'd been around Birdman since he was very, very young. You know, he talked about how he lost his virginity. A lot of people said, yo, that's rape. Or, yo, that's child molestation and statutory rape and all kinds of stuff. He tell these things now, or he has told them since he's been an adult. But that's the game. I remember you grabbed them up on TV, pulled them in and kissed them dead in the mouth. And all of us was like, whoa, what that? What was that? And he was like, it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's my son. I love my son. So I show my son. I love my son. So I show my son love. My oldest ain't getting no kiss in the mouth from me. My youngest is not getting no kiss in the mouth from me. And those are my biological children. They get hugs from daddy. Them get kiss up to a certain age. Cause I can't hold no big teenager and then they kiss him all over and stuff. When they're baby, you know, I throw them up, you know, throw up the baby, kiss up the baby kind of thing. Yeah. They get older, you can't be doing all that. I can't pick up my teenagers. They big, they about my size almost. They picking me up now. So what I look like cuffing them up and kissing them on the mouth. But it happened. It happened. Kai, y'all know Kai. Kai don't even like that, and Kai is only 3, and his mind is already set that you can't kiss him like that. You're a male. I be trying to kiss him like on his cheek or kiss him on him forehead and stuff, and I find him like ducking and moving away, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do that again, kind of thing. But it's my baby, and I want to kiss him up, and he's only 3, right? But I notice it. So these are things that make me think like some of them thing here is innate. It's born. The child is born with it. Like Kai already, we went to the gym the other day, right? And the gym has a section where you can drop your kids off, daycare and all that. They have a sauna, spa, all these things. What nice gym will start one thing. That's why wife look how she look now. She done went in there and did her thing. But anyhow, we went in the gym. And we coming out of the gym, reached the back part of the gym where they have the outside workout. I want girl in there, you know, one of them booty attention shorts there. Remember, I'm showing the wife the other morning in a fear. It's the way the pants are designed. I think they're designed to enhance the booty, lift it up and split it down the middle and make it look extra salacious kind of thing. So the girl, we come out, we leaving, and this is Kai. He's walking with us. As the door opened and he seen it, he was like this. And he keep walking, and bam! And walked into the weight stuff that was in front of him. And I watched him the whole way. I've been watching him stuck. As soon as the door opened and he saw it, and he was just like, and he's 3, right? He's 3. This is not something you make up. This is what it was. He's 3, and I noticed it. So when me I try to kiss him up now, like my daughter come hug me up, and this is Malani, right? She hugged me up, she hugged me, and then she do a little vibrate thing there, and she kissed me up and kiss me up and kiss me up. Malani would even kiss me on my mouth. And I'm like, oh, I don't want no wet mouth, man, and these kind of things, right? And play with her and kiss her up. Not Kai. He'll hug you up. But daddy is not kissing him up. And when his mom is hugging him up and kissing him up, him not say nothing. Him take him kiss them from his mother. Him no want no kiss from me. No want no kiss from no man. And so at three, right? So you can't make up that. I saw the thing go. But that's how Thug came in the game. He came in the game at a time when Birdman was fighting with Lil Wayne, and he was supposed to be Lil Wayne's replacement for Birdman, and Birdman had been kissing Wayne in the mouth, and they said, damn, now he done dumped Lil Wayne and moved on to Thugger, and he got Thugger established in the rap business. He, Birdman, always calling out Bloods and gangster life and gang stuff, and so it's no surprise that Thugger became the founder of YSL around the same time. He met and started dealing with Birdman. And you see what I say? Boy, the thing is deep. I wish them all the best because they've all been denied bond. And looks like they're going to take this all the way to trial. And you don't really win. When I don't know anybody that beat a Rico. I don't know anybody that beat a Rico. The DA says they have sufficient evidence to put these guys away for a long time. So it's just a matter of time before somebody start telling upon somebody and stuff gets even more realer. But I wish them all the best. As far as the question of the morning goes, do I think that the lyrics should be used against the artist in a court of law? No, no. Mrs. Skeng get arrested the other day. And I tell you what, I wasn't paying attention to dancehall music for a while. And when I first listened to Protocol, when I hear the song Protocol, when I first listened to Protocol with Tommy Lee and Skeng, I said to myself, nice song. That voice there is going to be around for a while because that's one of the markers of an artist that has longevity in the game. See, from any facet of the music, if you hear Buju Banton right now, you know right away that it's Buju singing. If you hear a Vibes Cartel, you know right away that's Cartel sing. If you hear, you know what I'm saying? So when I heard Skeng, I said, yeah, the voice is going to be around for a while. It's distinct. But then when we hear some lyrics, the man afraid to talk about him as Spain Town, gunman, bad man. And I'm saying, hey, like if you are, then you are, but this could come back to haunt you later on. Because later on, see, it didn't haunt Thug of them for years when they were putting this in their raps. They've been putting this in their raps since 2012, right? 2022 is when the DA decides to roll out everything and start pulling back some of your songs and say, let's take a look at this song right here. You know? So may I say to Skeng, like, I know he said in a song that he not care. And if you tell the police, yeah, him and the new Don round here and this and that, okay, you're telling them in a song that you're a Don, you control a certain area, you're this a bad man, gunman, and you know, contract killing and all these things or you're into like you're just spelling it out. So I'm wondering, kind of Jamaica follow the US a lot with a lot of things when they're ready. So I'm just wondering when that's going to tip over into our music. Cartel can't catch a break because Vibes Cartel's lyrics have been used against him still to this day. Enough people say him mash up the school system because of him put out song about freaky gal and bleaching and the picnic them start bleach out them skin and the gal them start get freaky and he can't live it down, right? So I'm wondering when you get brave enough to say, which gang you're connected to, which area you control, admit say you are the Don, this, that, and the other, and don't think that that's going to come back to bite you later on. I think it'll come back to bite him later. That's all. I think so. He did. It happened before Freaky Gal. Tom Brady kisses son in the mouth. Them people are different people still. Yeah. Look at who you said it. That's their culture. I seen an African woman do that though. And she was like, I'm a single mom raising my son. He doesn't have a father, don't need one. We're doing fine, blah, blah, blah. And she married our son. And it was a wedding ceremony where she explained that this wasn't anything sexual. Y'all seen it? Joshi. Joshi is another one. Yeah. When we hear one song from Joshi was say contract killing and what we into and all these things. And I was like, here we go. Here we go. But Joshi starts singing some good song though. Joshi starts singing some good song. You know, that's why I'm not really too pre-Joshi as much. Skank gone in with the whole character and thing. And then you're forced to actually live out the bad man image that you sing about. For instance, for me, say an artist like Alkaline, right? Alkaline for me was a girl's artist, a gallus artist. That was where his biggest songs were. Like a gal song. When he took on the bad man persona, he had to actually start living like or moving like that's how it really is. So you find an artist where used to smile a lot with the people them and you know it looked more marketable is an artist now that took on this anti-social kind of behavior and screw face all the time and you know like man a bad man, god man around there so and thing and it's like they have to live it. That's why I said to the caller earlier that there is no longer a storyteller. Our artists used to be storytellers. Them used to can't sing anything about anything, but you knew that it was art. And they were singing about the shootout in the ghetto the other day, and they were singing about the big robbery where go on the other day when the bricks get robbed, and they were singing about this and singing about that. They were telling stories, right? Stuff that's going on in society. They were mirroring their surroundings. Now the lines have been blurred or completely erased. Because when you hear the lyrics now, you get the person to match the lyrics. And them I tell you, say, I'll be a gunman, my power with, ready to do the work quick. You know? You're like, is it a character or is that how you really living? So you're really gunman. Yeah, the music. I think recently I came across an article yesterday. Audrey Lures, good morning, where Buju Banton did stand up on a sound system, and Buju said something about what's going on. And I've never heard any other artist say it so clearly out of Jamaica. So I said, well, Buju is the right person to say it because obviously I'm not afraid of them. You know, he said that some of these artists are gunman them. They're gunman masquerading as artists. See it? Steve Wright. Why I say? It's hard to stop listening those stupid songs, Audrey, because the song them sometimes sound good. I told you before, I listen to them song there, but I put them in a context of I've been listening to gun songs as all my life, and I have never picked up a gun and go kill nobody, rob nobody, or do any kind of violence, produce any kind of violence. Me never put a contract on nobody head. Me never do none of that yet from listening to any of those songs. See? However, the way it is being marketed today, it's being marketed as your favorite artist. Yo, when you see me now, you know a gunman, you know, and them step out to the whole heap of gunman them around him, you know. Yeah, so them probably kill somebody last night, and then him go studio this morning, go record a song about it, you know, the man they cool enough. And him drive nice car, and him wear beer, name brand, expensive clothes, and have a buckle of expensive liquor in him hand at all times, and bun weed whole day. And then you have the little youth them that's coming up, that's like, yo, the life that look like it not have much responsibilities, and that life that me want to live. Yeah? Only a gal around me, loose gal. Can do anything me want to do with them. You jump on you. You come here, put this in your mouth. Turn around, you do that over there. So take it inshore. Shove the whole buckle down in your throat. Now stay up the place with it. That's how you do it. Like they're influencing the youths because that's how it's being marketed. When we did not come up, them songs that wasn't being marketed, and those songs were around, they weren't being marketed like that. We knew the artist was an artist, or we assumed the artist was an artist. Some gunman artists, me sure, passed through it with some nice lyrics song, and we didn't know. Say a gunman, right? Because him sing some nice lyric song. And then you had those who sing some nasty song, and we still knew that they weren't, like, that's not their everyday life, and they're not promoting that. But now, different story. Nowadays, if you ain't about it, you can't talk about it. Yo, that boy, they are fake, you know. And make him and make up things. We kill people for real. And then sing about it. So when your court day come now, them not to look too far. Just pull up the whole of your song, them don't. Jane Anders says loose lifestyle. No, sir, that now make it. It's the new way. It's the new way. That's why I'm asking, do you think that the lyrics in these songs should be used against the artist? Me, my answer to that question there is I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted because I know that there are artists who sing stuff that they never did. You know? So if them start draw them in and start use lyrics alone and then pin case on them. But I'm gonna close this video now. But while closing the video, I'm gonna close the video like this. You can't plant corn and expect to reap peas. This is my granny, Miss Ruby, God bless our soul. You cannot plant corn and expect to reap peas. Words carry a vibration. See? Music carries a vibration. See? We can't expect to get good from singing bad. So yes, like the brother said earlier, few people are gonna get good out of it because them sing the song, them get to fly out. Their lifestyle get to change because them start the big shows overseas and collect good money now and all this. They're jet setting, they're off, them can carry a couple friends with them out of the ghetto or out of wherever them come from, round at the ends or over there, so off of the farm, wherever. And he's going to England for the first time now. And he might travel with him, artist brethren. And he's going to the US now. And brethren get him visa and all these things. It's going to change the life of a few for the better. But the immense damage that's going to come with it is going to outweigh. That's why he said earlier, the caller said, me not care about the little 20 man them SouFlo who life that I got change, because I'm worried about the other 1.99 how much million, he said, quote unquote. So I'm going to say it again. We can't plant corn and expect to reap peas. Now, with that said, if you see me out there this Memorial Day weekend, yeah, and you hear a skin dropping at a party or a Tommy Lee dropping at a party, or we go for them anywhere, Gaza, we go for them anywhere, and you hear me, I say, bam, 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 just know, say, I'm not gonna kill nobody. All right. And that's how the thing go. That's how the thing go. Action over word, me say. Something not gonna fly like bird, me say. Them no say, them afraid of me. Eh, all them a bend up them ugly mouth. Them no say, them afraid of me. Me head hotter than a microwave. Looking at me hand when they on the microwave. Yeah, you know, we're multidimensional people. All right. Let's take things with a balance. See? And that me I call for a balance. Me want me I call for a balance and me I call for the youth them to start tell the picnic them say I'm not a real gunman. Okay? Me sing gun tune, but I'm not a real gunman. But when you tell the picnic them say me a gunman for real, we have a problem, Houston. We have a problem. Now go left it right there so this morning. It's the weekend. Go out, enjoy yourself. Who are gonna about this weekend in the Florida space yeah, out there, right? Out and stunting, not out and hunting, because I have moving for hunt for already. Out and stunting. All right, and we about to go have some fun. Turn up and stay with us, cause I'm gonna keep you tuned in. Like, for instance, just come back from Georgia, stop by the house. This how you get this your video, yeah? Lighting that right and all that. All right. Heading out in a couple of hours to go check in our place and do all these things. And I'm gonna video all that. I might go live when I get there, just for sure. Now I'm gonna put up the video them as we go. So I'm gonna have to go edit after me film and all these things and all these things. All right. So stay tuned. My life, your life, our entertainment. Let's make it fun and all these things. Bless up on yourself. You hear me like this, like mackerel and all these things. Mackerel is a whole another story. Mackerel just tell something about lava and lava rabar and we talk about all that later. Catch you later. Peace.